This is your bonus for coming in here to do this. You're about to see something that's, maybe you've seen it, I don't know. And we're gonna see your face.
Okay, so Jose has something special for me. I've not seen it, I can tell you that, whatever it is.
So this is great because we get live reactions and stuff like this. So I heard you say, which iron do you have in play? King Tours?
Yeah, no, I'm using CBs and MB combo set.
CB, MB combo sets,
Yeah.
okay. So inevitably, we see people play irons, they're probably a little hard for them to play because golf is an aspirational sport.
Yeah.
Right? And people want to play what the tour players play.
Yes.
And then they get in it and it's hard for them to hit.
Yeah, I should go back to a full set of CBs. I'll preface that I love my MBs. They play great. I should go back to a full set of CBs.
I grew up playing Hogan Apex grinds.
Yeah, okay. Well,
and I look now and hit our MBs and I'm like,
yeah.
How did I ever play these? And I'm a better golfer now than I was back then.
Yeah, I would say you're a good golfer too, yeah.
So I'm like, but that's the look. That's the feel. That's the workability that everybody wants.
Yeah.
But you want the forgiveness of a Forge Tech or even a Tech X. And I could use that forgiveness all the time.
Yeah, sure.
So we set out on a journey.
Okay.
And it's only because, I'm going to say this, we are on the forefront of 3D printing.
Absolutely.
That we can do this.
Yeah.
You saw us launch a 3D printed all steel putter in 2020.
Yep.
We've launched since then 3D printed pieces in irons, 3D printed pieces in putters, which we have right now. But what I'm going to show you is the first of its kind. We've been able to figure out the ability to shape an iron that looks like a muscle back. That is as forgiving and more forgiving than a King Tour, a King Tech, and a King Tech X. Because on the inside, we completely 3D printed the entire iron.
Holy cow.
So this is a one-piece 3D printed iron that looks like, what does it look like?
Well, look, it looks like my MB?
Yeah, looks like MBs. Looks like a
my
muscle
MBs.
back. So I would say it's a slightly smaller shape than a King Tour, close to your CB and MB, but not quite there.
Yeah.
But the sole is there. The top line is there. Right?
Okay, so
I'm going to explain it to you.
yeah.
Because I love your reaction. This is really cool. So the
First off, just that, like, just shelf appeal looks sweet.
And that's been heated because we had to cut the face off. So for everybody out there, we actually cut the face off of this and put a clear.
Yeah, so you could
so that you could see what's inside.
Man.
So this is just one of our show pieces. So we heated it up and you can see the chrome is all a little bit discolored. The finished piece is actually this. And sorry, my fingerprints are there.
Oh, my
How
goodness.
beautiful is that? Right? So I'm going to put this here for a second.
That is unreal.
So the lattice structure is on the back, so it shows you 3D printed.
Yeah.
Enough to say there's something going on
Yeah.
there. There's a back wall to that, so you can see here there's a back wall so that you can't get sand that goes inside and start to get rattles.
Okay.
So this is just a small representation of what's going on inside, and then inside it's fully latticed. Okay, and let me explain to you what this does.
And this just looks like what I have in my bag.
Uh-huh.
That's wild.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
I love it.
This is so cool.
I'm going to show this. So the next thing I'll show you is...
What do you got? Mary Poppins pockets?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here?
You know, what was that movie where the kids started taking things out of their pockets and there was all kinds of stuff in there?
I can't remember.
Anyway, so I'm that kid today. So you got two pieces here. They're identical in shape and size, okay? So you guys can see this. This is the face.
Okay.
This is the body of the iron. This is what it would be if it was all steel.
Okay.
This is 3D printed with the lattice inside.
Oh my gosh.
How much weight did that save you just now, right?
So now
we saved all that weight, and we have to replace it. So here's 100 grams of tungsten.
100 grams of tungsten.
So this iron here, you see these two shapes.
Yeah.
That's the tungsten we put back in because we saved all of it from the body.
100 grams of tungsten.
Yeah, one of the irons has 100 grams, so that one is really close.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that is...
So that moves the CG down and makes the weight all go heel toe, And that's what gives you the stability.
Yeah, just incredible perimeter weighting at that point. Yeah, like
low
unseen
and heel
perimeter
toe,
weighting.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is.
That's the biggest piece, right?
That's
and now
crazy.
you can see how much lattice. So here's a complete cutout. And you can see how much lattice is really going on in there, because that cutout I showed you cut away a bunch of lattice, right?
Does this? So what does this do for face deflection?
Nothing.
Really?
So our goal, because Lexi, Ricky, they don't like hot spots.
Yes.
So what we learned in working with Kyle is how to make an iron not break. His 2-iron, his 300-yard club.
Yeah.
The ball speed on that is faster than most people driver speed. So we learned the types of 3D printing in that utility iron that would resist breaking. So this performs like a rigid iron.
Wow.
You're not going to get any face deflection advantage, nothing like that. It's a rigid iron.
Wow.
But we save the weight to move somewhere else. And because the CG is lower, it's testing faster than the other irons I mentioned, because now the CG is lower, more aligned with the golf ball at impact, it's going to give you more speed.
That is so cool. So is it 1 iron, or is it a new?
The whole set.
No way. So it's
a whole set of irons.
Holy cow.
And you want another view of the cool stuff that's going on in there?
That's sweet. Oh my goodness. That is remarkable. So is it going to be in one model, or is there?
So we're launching on June 7th.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to think about it. We moved the date.
Yeah.
On June 7th, these will come out to the marketplace. A set of these is going to be $3,000.
Okay.
We're selling only 500 sets around the world.
Wow.
Only 300 sets in the U.S. Wow. Each set will have on the hosel 1/500.
That is.
And these are called the limited irons, and the E in limited is
I saw that on the
printed
the
backwards,
badged one.
right?
Yeah.
It's printed backwards, so it says 3D, right?
Oh my goodness.
So this will be an entire set, which I've been playing now for 4 months, 3 months, and I gotta tell you, I haven't gotten much better because I just suck at golf anyways. But
something special.
They feel okay. So the stuff you don't want to give up when you get technology is you don't want that hollow feel.
Yep.
You want the great feel. You want the precision of it all.
Yeah.
And that's what we kept. But we added through 3D the ability to, it's like being married.
Sure.
You can only be happy or right, never at the same time. But now you can have both.
That's awesome.
The forgiveness that you want from your wife and the happiness you want as well. So it's awesome.
So what is it speed-wise? How does it compare to like the CB?
Okay, so it's faster than the CB because it's a little stronger loft. So the loft of this we're setting, because of the optimization of the low CG, we're setting at 1 degree stronger than King Tour.
Okay.
But the speed on it is incredible. So when our testers used it, for a degree of loft, you'll probably get 0.7 miles per hour in speed.
Wow. Okay.
We're getting almost 2 miles per hour more in speed.
For a degree of loft.
Because it's not the degree that's doing it; it's the location of the CG.
Yeah. Well, this goes into the whole the misconception of loft jacking and what actually happened with that, and I've been fighting that battle for months.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
you do get more distance for strengthening lofts. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
but we as designers also have to be able to have the onus of, are you creating enough launch for these people to stop the golf ball?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think we're on the brink now of you can't get much stronger. You can't get any stronger, in my opinion, than where we are today.
Yeah.
But these King Tours are not strong at all, right? So this limited iron is only 1 degree stronger than the King Tour. You've seen that trajectory. You're going to like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to start bribing people. Yeah, maybe throw in a couple favors, but that is... That's fun. I keep like holding this, like
it's
just
so cool,
the
isn't
difference
it?
in these two. Yeah.
The weighting difference is incredible, and this is what the finished iron is, right? There's not even. I mean, what you're missing in this presentation, and maybe we can do it live. I can show it to you on Teams, and we can record it. But the way the iron, I'm not sure anybody knows how 3D printing is made. So for everyone out there who's watching this, when we do 3D printing, it's just like your printer at your house or at work. There's a 316 powder steel is laid down by a printer, right? And then the semblance of this iron is lasered, hardened. It's called laser sintering, right? Hardened, the layer is hardened by a laser. Then it makes another pass, lays down more powder, and it lasers it again. So we can have a plate of, let's say, 32 irons, right? And they're all in there, and the program knows how much powder to lay down. It's 2,600 passes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Right? And then it takes a day of lasering, and then we wipe away all the powder, and then we have to polish it, finish it, mill the grooves and all that.
Yeah.
But it's the only way you can make a lattice structure. That's what's unique about 3D printing. You can make a structure, if you will, that you can't mill that.
Yeah.
You can't cast that. Because the structure, as you're seeing in the cutaway, is what prevents it from caving in. It's the shape of the lattice. You can't cast that. You can't mill that.
Yeah.
Can't forge that. Only 3D printing. So that's what makes this so expensive. It's a new manufacturing technique that you can't do in any other way.
Yeah. That is, it's so cool. I mean, and they look phenomenal. I mean, it looks just so good. That's the best part about why I like the CBs and the MBs though so much is they just look so good. They're just
the top
clean.
line is just so clean.
They're clean. They're classic. Like it's not, and even the MB that I have, like it doesn't feel like it's intimidating at all.
Right.
But you weren't wrong. We ended our podcast and he walks out of here. He goes, "Wait, I got to show you something, and you're gonna want it as soon as I show you." He wasn't wrong. So
just the look on your face is exactly what I've been getting. Presenting to our retail marketing partners. I mean, even the tour guys are like, "Whoa."
That's very cool. Are we gonna? This will go out after it's out, obviously. Are we gonna see anybody with this at the Players?
Ooh.
You think?
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I know there's testing going on. What I think inevitably can happen is some of these may fly too far or too high for a player, and we might have to make some adjustments.
Sure.
Right? Because tour players are used to higher CGs because they create enough speed to create that launch.
Penetrate.
Right. So this now is great for people who are 5 handicaps, 10 handicaps, maybe even up to 15 handicap could play this because it's got the forgiveness heel to toe of a King Tour, Forge Tech, and Tech X. It's better than those.
So cool.
Right?
Yeah, that's unreal.
This is going to take hollow players' irons to a whole new level.
That's so cool, yeah. This is going to be a new thing.
No foam needed for tuning. It's all tuned through the vibrations in the lattice.
That is awesome. Wow, man. Well, good job. This is sick. You were 100% right. Everything you said.
I got one final piece for you.
Oh my gosh, the man with the endless pockets. Apparently,
these things are great, man. So we talked about wedges earlier. So I went to go find a GW wedge. I couldn't find one.
Okay.
But I did find a Duff wedge. Oh. So Jason Duffner is one of our guys. He has conditional status on the PGA Tour.
Yep.
But this is a grind, and this is what's great about it. It has that leading edge grind that I was talking to you about that I like to do, and they actually made it in there for him.
Oh, it actually is a Duff wedge. That's hilarious. That's awesome. That's so cool.
And you can see that leading edge.
I love that.
Right? And then when you put that this way on your hand, you can see how it's not going to dig.
Yeah.
And then there's still ample bounce, ample sole to help him.
Yeah, because as that comes in, it right away wants to go back up instead of staying down. That's awesome.
So it's not a shovel, it's a ski.
Yeah. So this was something. This was something that you guys started doing for him, and then it turned into a. Are these custom ground? Is this, or do these come off a line as Duff wedges?
So there's no easier way to make a thing more predictable or repetitive than 3D printing.
Yeah.
That's a 3D printed wedge.
No way. That's cool, man.
Now, this is 100% solid steel because we need heavy for them.
Yeah,
you don't need to make it hollow in a wedge.
Yeah.
Right? But 3D printing allows us to skip tooling, which takes 8 weeks.
Yeah,
and we just
and
go
money.
just CAD it and just send it straight to the 3D printer.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
So Ben, our guy, can repeat this grind all the time, but why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do
That's
that
the
when
thing.
you can
Why?
have
Yeah,
20
why do
of
it?
them
Yeah,
just sitting here waiting to go.
yeah. Wow, that's sweet, man. Thank
This
you for
is
showing me.
cutting edge.
Yeah.
And you're the first one to get the actual interview. You're the first one to see that wedge.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Well, this will be a hell of a YouTube upload then. We got two firsts here.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that the duff on the toe. That's sick.
Yeah. So G-Dub, RF, they all have their own versions.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said that. Maybe.
I like that.
I don't know, but you're
Yeah.
gonna let people know. So.
All right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Heck yeah, dude. This is awesome. This is sweet. This is. I'm not gonna be over this for a while. That's awesome. I love the aesthetic back here of just like adding it there because that's what it is. That's
So imagine
super
this.
cool.
Imagine how many times we argued about how wide that window could be, right?
Okay.
So we're like this on rendering, we looked at it, but inevitably what we had to do was 3D print versions so we can actually see it live
Yeah.
in full effect. So we had up to 7 different ones of these. What's great about this is we don't have to tool it.
Yeah.
He had all 7 of them 3D printed at the same time. They all arrived here at the same time, and we all took a look and said,
Yeah.
okay, this is the one we all like.
Man, that's cool. That's gonna look so good in a bag too.
Oh, buddy.
So good in the bag.
Mine's been taped up with, what kind of tape did I use? It wasn't lead tape. It was the, what's duct tape.
Oh, really?
Mine had silver duct tape,
Yeah.
and people at the club, there's other people at the club that are from other companies.
Yeah, of course,
They're
yeah.
like, Jose, we see something special in your bag. I'm like, you can't tell what it
Yeah,
is, can
you're
you? They're like, no,
yeah.
so good.
Man, that's cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you again for showing me. I appreciate
It's
it,
my
man.
pleasure.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Yeah, dude, that's sick. That's sweet.